Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 20, part 2. Still to come up in this part, Alberto Del Rio will get his rematch for the Intercontinental Championship when he challenges Chris Benoit for the Intercontinental Championship later on tonight. And also in this part, something else that's to be sorted. What happens now? Sting and the Undertaker went one-on-one, but what happens now following the showcase of the Immortals after Undertaker's victory? Where will Sting and Taker stand after their epic matchup?
Well, keep turning your back on me, I don't care. You know what you can do? I've told you what you need to do to get a World Championship match. You need to make an impression. Otherwise there's no chance in hell of you getting a title match anytime soon. So Cena, you can sulk all you want, but you need to make an impression on me.
Well, Cena's been begging for a title match all night long, the commissioner not giving in, but neither is Cena. Well, he continues to protest, but coming up next, destruction guaranteed, we got a hardcore championship matchup. Last night, this man, quote the Raven nevermore, Raven, won the hardcore title in a triple threat matchup against all odds, beating both Kevin Nash and the Giant Big Show. Now Raven has his first championship defense during his second reign as hardcore champion. Couldn't have asked for anything better last night. Picked up the scraps in that matchup, but he was not without getting some bumps and bruises along the way. He got thrown through a window, that much we do know. But he's still got to be sore from that matchup. And here's another guy that's going to be sore. The big red monster, Kane. Last night, competed in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He destroyed everything in his path, but he did not come up short. In fact, he did come up short. Unfortunately for Kane, he could not reclaim the briefcase. Kane won, looking to bounce back here tonight. Not a world title match in his future for the moment. However, we'll see. He gets a hardcore title matchup right now. And will Raven's title reign be short again? He looks into the eyes of Kane, those dark demonic eyes. If you're going to go into your first hardcore title defense, you do not want it to be against Kane. 323 pounds, 7 feet tall, staring at you from across the ring. And now this match is underway. Raven going one-on-one with Kane in Raven's first hardcore title match defense. Remember, false count anywhere, no DQ and no count out is Raven. Pushed him into the corner. Are we going to see a Raven effect early on here? Oh no, my goodness. Kane throttles him by the throat, but now relinquishes. Kane, the power he possesses, will be an obvious advantage in this matchup. However, Raven can use weapons effectively as he drives that cookie sheet right into the stomach of Kane. Rolling over onto his torso again, and a back again with that cookie sheet right off of the back of Kane. Steel contacting skin, that's how you're going to beat Kane, but he, oh my, follows him by the throat and dragging him out of the ring now. This don't look good, drives him into that stage area. And again, relentless with the weapons is Kane. Raven in trouble for the moment. Now Kane going to manhandle Raven, and oh my goodness. Sidewalk slam, here's a cover, but a kick up by Raven. No give whatsoever on the outside, and that is what this match is for, the NLW Hardcore title. And it looks as if Raven has jacket in hand, and oh my, puts it over Kane, he cannot see a thing. And here's a cover. Here's a cover by Raven, and excuse my voice, got a bit of a cold this week. However, that's not going to stop me calling this action. Brutal action right now as he's driven into the barricade, and now more toys being brought in by Raven. Ready to pounce on Kane, but he's dragged away, and look at the strength of Kane. Lifting him with ease and dropping him on his stomach. And now you see Kane dragging over the trash can. This doesn't look good whatsoever. Goes off the ropes, but Raven dropped toe hold. My God, jaw-jacking right off the top of that trash can. Raven now gotta be ready to pounce on this, but oh my God. That's going to affect negatively the nether regions of Raven. Driving that chain straight into the stomach. And now again a drop kick by Kane as he goes to the outside. And now reminiscent of last night, when he was in the Money in the Bank ladder match, bringing out the ladder again. He did such damage with it at WrestleMania, and now he's inflicting more damage onto Raven in this hardcore title matchup. And now he's been placed on the ladder strategically. Raven looking up into the heavens, not looking good for him at the moment, and he misses. Kane goes stomach first into the ladder, but a kick out by Kane. Now you see Raven ready to pounce again, and a bulldog by Raven. Kane in trouble, has to get back into this one now, because Raven seems to be in complete control. My God, where's he going now? He's climbed the ladder. Oh my God, from the top of the ladder. Cross body onto Kane. That was incredible athleticism by Raven. Daredevil stunt there, diving off of the ladder onto Kane. Complete disregard for his own well-being, and especially this. Bringing out the wood now, brings out the table. And now what do you think is going to happen now but a punch by Kane? Sends Raven loopy. And what do you think Kane's got to go for his mind here? You don't think. Oh, Kane thinks he's going to climb that ladder. Oh, but a trash getting shot off the back. Raven now in control, and he's got him held, and the Raven effect by Raven. 1, 2, 3. And this match is over. Raven successfully retains the hardcore title. Kane put up a hell of a performance now, however, but it was Raven who won the matchup in the end. Kane can't believe he was caught off guard so easily, but regardless of that, he was, and still your NLW Hardcore Champion. Quote the Raven. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell is this? Oh my God, it's Cena. Cena now beating the hell out of Raven, and do you think that this is his idea of making an impression on the commissioner? Oh, good God. Cena wreaking havoc here. Certainly making the impression he set out to do. And he is really getting extreme. Getting hardcore now. STF applied in the ladder, and my God. Raven's out of it in this completely unprovoked attack by Cena. Raven's helpless after a hardcore title defense. Oh, he's on his shoulders again now. An FU through the table. Cena pissed off at not getting a world title matchup. He's had enough of everybody. He's out here to make an impression, that much is clear. And he's just done that on the Hardcore Champion. He looks into the camera as if to say, are you watching, Commissioner? He just decimated Raven right here. And Cena sending a major impression, and this is where Raven went straight through the table. Body snapping through the wood. And now Cena celebrates. He has sent a major message here tonight against the Hardcore Champion Raven. Raven helpless after a hardcore title defense, but Cena just having to stick his nose into his business again. Maybe he's not getting a rematch with Kurt Angle, maybe he's not getting a world title matchup, but he's certainly sent shockwaves throughout the company. He's caught the Commissioner's eye by decimating Raven and decimating the Hardcore Champion. We are back, and there you see Chris Benoit preparing in the back for his first Intercontinental Championship defense against Alberto Del Rio, still to come in this part. Last night at WrestleMania, Chris Benoit won the Intercontinental Championship in a match against Chris Jericho and Alberto Del Rio, and he defends the title later tonight. But coming up next, we find out what is his future. He is the Phenom, he is the Deadman, he is the Undertaker, and last night at WrestleMania, he had one of the greatest matches of all time. and possibly one of the greatest victories of all time. The Undertaker last night defeated Sting in what was described as the match of the century beforehand, and it certainly lived up to expectations. An incredible matchup between the Icon and the Dead Man last night. Evidently, Undertaker came out on top and defeated Sting. He is here tonight, but what happens now? What happens after the Undertaker's victory? His first public appearance since defeating Sting at WrestleMania, and you gotta wonder what is going through the mind of the Phenom.
For nearly a year, every passing moment of every passing day, I have lived the memory of the beating that I took. It has been a living hell. Not a physical hell, because the wounds have all healed. It's been a hell of uncertainty. An uncertainty that I can no longer bear. So 3 weeks ago, I came in this very ring and I challenged for one more match at WrestleMania to end the uncertainty forever. And never in my wildest nightmares would I expect the answer that I got. You missed the point. The choice was not yours to make. This has to come to an end. We are on the verge of apocalypse, the apocalypse of an era of wrestling. We, whether you like it or not, are the last of our kind. So the suit, the tie, all the corporate liabilities, they're just layers to cover up who you really are. We have to end the uncertainty. This is something that you cannot lie to yourself about, but you will not lie to me. You will come out here and you will look me in the eyes. It's far bigger than you and I. It is, and I repeat, the apocalypse.
Oh my. Well, Sting is about to make his presence felt here. Last night Sting lost, and the Undertaker is right. We are on the verge of apocalypse. Undertaker and Sting are the last of their kind. They are the only remaining legends. And here tonight, what do you think's going through his mind? Last night, he came so close to defeating the Undertaker, however came only just short. It took 2 tombstones to beat Sting, even one jumping in the air. Sting looks into the eyes of the man who he lost to at WrestleMania, and it must be intriguing to watch, because Sting, all of the evil side of his character, doesn't even appear tonight. The Sting we saw, the sinister Sting, seems to have faded. Did the Undertaker defeat Sting in more ways than one? And now he puts the hand out. Sign of respect by the dead man. What do you think Sting's gonna do? And he does return the favour. Sting shaking the hand of the Undertaker after what was an incredible matchup. And now embraces him. This is the sportsmanship that we thrive for in NLW. This is the sportsmanship that makes a man and makes a legend. The class shown here is... Oh my God! Sting driving the knee right into the groin. Talk about a sucker punch. A low blow by Sting. Well, I stand corrected. Obviously he's not changed. He's still the sick bastard that we knew and hated in the weeks coming up to WrestleMania. He appeared to show some signs of sportsmanship when he shook the hand of Undertaker, but then driving the knee right into the stomach of Undertaker, right in the nether regions, and just laying Undertaker out flat and pushing him aside like a piece of trash. Sting completely disrespecting the Undertaker here after he's shown a sign of sportsmanship. They had an incredible match last night. Sting could have buried the hatchet right there and then and shaken the hand of the Undertaker like a real man, but instead took the coward's way out and kneeing him in the stomach. And the Undertaker, look at him, so pissed off at Sting. And Sting has just raised the tensions tenfold.
Please stop taking this so personally. You of all people should know this is business, and my business, my job is to become the world heavyweight champion. And apparently I gotta go through you in order to get my #1 contenders match that nobody seems to want to give to me for the last, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. I'm not that bad of a guy. Of course, I'm not that nice of a guy either. I'm an asshole. But there's a huge, huge difference. Nice guys finish last. Bad guys finish last. Assholes always, always, always finish first.
Well, Mr. Anderson there laying out a warning for Kurt Angle. That probably explains why he was watching his match earlier tonight. But coming up next is Alberto Del Rio in the ring, and he is waiting for the rematch he gets after losing the Intercontinental Championship last night. He held the title, surprisingly. He was the only champion until last night, where he lost the title in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Tonight he tries to regain the title, but it is not going to be easy when you're facing a guy like this guy, Chris Benoit. Last night went into WrestleMania and walked out as Intercontinental Champion. You've been begging with me for a week, so I'm breaking the fourth wall here. There you see the new Intercontinental Championship. I hope it's a lot better than the crappy old one, but there you see Chris Benoit displaying that one with pride. Del Rio will hope that this is the last time Benoit holds that championship. Benoit beat Alberto Del Rio and Chris Jericho in a triple threat matchup at WrestleMania to win the title and put an end to Del Rio's lengthy championship reign. However, tonight Del Rio gets his rematch, and here we go. 1-on-1 Benoit going up against Alberto Del Rio here for the Intercontinental title. Del Rio going to try and out-wrestle Benoit, but I don't know how wise that strategy is. Benoit last night made Alberto Del Rio tap out and put an end to the lengthy title reign he had before. He held the Intercontinental title, his cover, and now a crossface, maybe a crossface, but Del Rio manages to get to the ropes. Del Rio held the title since episode 6 when he won in a battle royal, surprisingly, ironically, last eliminating Chris Benoit back in 2012. Chris Benoit now is only the second champion, Intercontinental champion in NLW history. Del Rio would like to make it a historically short one, and he's doing well at the moment, ground and pounding Benoit. And now look at this, sends him off the ropes, but Del Rio comes back with a shoulder block takedown. And throughout the show, this part, I'd like to apologise for... Hang on a minute. Benoit now. Here's a cover by Benoit, and now a roll through by Del Rio. And again a roll through by Benoit, and it's just back and forth right now. Covers all over the place, and now look at this. And look at the stroke of Benoit, but now crossface maybe. Maybe a crossface. But Del Rio gets to the ropes again. I was about to say before I was interrupted by the action, I'd like to apologise for some of the audio problems we've been having throughout the evening. Maybe my voice hasn't been as clear as it has been in the past. That's mainly because I'm not feeling too well, but there you see Chris Jericho making his presence felt on the stage there. Jericho was the third man in the equation last night at WrestleMania for the title, and he is out here to witness this rematch that Del Rio's getting. What do you think's going through Jericho's mind? He wasn't pinned, he wasn't submitted last night. Didn't lose by his fault. It was Del Rio that lost. While Chris Jericho looks at this matchup with intrigue, Del Rio beating up Benoit. What's going to happen now? But he misses him there. He goes straight shoulder first into the ring post, and again Benoit sends him. Ruthless aggression from Benoit. And now you see this, look at the strength of Benoit to lift him up that high, and the back suplex. Here's a cover by Benoit, but a kick out by Del Rio. Del Rio will hope to get back on track here tonight after losing the title at WrestleMania. Don't look like it's going his way at the moment, with a stiff clothesline by Benoit. Going to go for another one, but caught out by Del Rio. And now belly the back suplex by Del Rio. Out wrestling Benoit at the moment, surprisingly. Didn't expect that from the Mexican aristocrat. And now the Mexican eyes up Benoit. Y2J looking on at ringside, and now Benoit with a German suplex executed perfectly. Showing him how it's done. Dragging him away again, and we're going to see a second German this time. Del Rio trying to block it out, and he does. Turns around, and now Benoit in trouble, and another German suplex. Anything you can do, I can do better. That's the motto being addressed by Del Rio. He's getting a bit cocky, maybe too cocky at the moment, as he's caught out by Benoit and sent, oh good God, right into the corner turnbuckle. Back first, belly to back suplex. So fast paced, difficult to call the action at times. Benoit climbing the top rope, he's perched on there at the moment. What's Del Rio thinking? And an enziguri from the top. What an enziguri by Del Rio. Here's a cover, but Benoit just about manages to kick out. I may be feeling not up to my usual standard, but still not going to stop me from calling this action. Benoit now has him held, and oh my, a pole driver, dropping him on his head. Now Benoit seizes the opportunity, going to climb to the top. He's on the top now, and they're flying headbutt by Del Rio. Sorry, to Del Rio, and he collides with his head. Here's a cover by Benoit, but a kick out by Del Rio, and here's a cross arm lock. Cross arm lock applied, and maybe Benoit is going to tap out. So quick from Del Rio, out of nowhere with the cross arm lock, and now he's got it fully applied. Benoit so near the ropes, fingertip away, but cannot get there, and oh my, here's a crossface. Now Benoit turning the tables. Crossface to Del Rio, crowd going nuts. And now Del Rio is in deep, deep trouble. Del Rio is in trouble at the moment. He's trying to reach the ropes, but Benoit sits down, and he taps out. Benoit making quick work of Del Rio. There you see Y2J looking on at what's just happened. Del Rio put on a hell of a performance tonight, but it still wasn't enough to defeat the new Intercontinental Champion Benoit. Here's your winner and still Intercontinental Champion, Chris Benoit, and he continues his title reign. First WrestleMania, now tonight. And he is really racking up the wins here in the company. Well, it was a hard-fought matchup by Del Rio, as evidenced by this enziguri. Some beautifully executed moves, the headbutt, and then the cross arm lock looked to have put it away, but Benoit managed to roll through and get the crossface in. That left Del Rio with no other option but to tap out. And so Chris Benoit, still Intercontinental Champion, but Del Rio blown it at the last hurdle, couldn't regain the title here tonight. And now you see, there's Chris Benoit looking into the eyes of Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho looking on intently at Chris Benoit, still Intercontinental Champion. Despite his attitude, you got to feel for Del Rio. He put on a hell of a performance tonight, as the new Intercontinental Champion Chris Benoit still looks into the eyes of Chris Jericho. Maybe Del Rio came up short yet again, but Chris Benoit builds momentum continuously, and Chris Jericho is intrigued as well. Well, still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next in part 3, Randy Orton will speak out about his actions after retiring Batista last night at WrestleMania. What has Orton got to say about the change in his character, the evil side coming out, and this one that was announced earlier this evening by the commissioner? It will be Mr. Money in the Bank AJ Styles taking on the World Champion Triple H. Triple H versus AJ Styles. That is the main event, and that is coming up next week.